Dear members of the Academy, I welcome you to this presentation for the upcoming elections. We like to offer you our program and ideas as candidates for the new council soon to be elected. With our presentation, we wish to encourage you to work with us for a rejuvenation of the only international academic institution in our discipline and its interrelated fields. I'm Sonja Brentjes, and I'm running for president. I decided to do this because I wish to improve many things in our academy, of which we are proud to be members. The academy needs new ideas, new directions, new efforts to be able to function as a meaningful academic body in the 21st century. It needs to overcome the crisis into which it was propelled by a lack of transparency, insufficient information about the work of the Council, and the resignation of its permanent secretary in late 2020. There are numerous other aspects that turned the Academy into an institution that several of its members now consider disappointing, or even question its right to exist. These are things I wish to change in the 4 years of being your president, should you elect me. You may ask, what do I propose as my first steps? Here they are. First and foremost, I will call an extraordinary General Assembly to discuss our way into the future. After this meeting, I will prepare together with all council members new statutes. They will be precise, complete, and comply with the usual professional standards. I also consider it necessary to revise the rules and procedures for the Coiré medal according to international standards. You may perhaps be able to imagine my surprise, truly so, when I could not find election rules on our website. Hence, I promise to formulate and publish rules which will govern all of our elections in future. And of course, all 3 documents will be discussed with you and then voted on by you. In order to improve the conversation within our institution, which is sadly lacking, I will do my best to enable communication among all of us as Academy members. And I will make available to all of you the minutes of the council meetings since the last election, and of course, of each council meeting after this election. And finally, I will ask the treasurer to prepare and publish a financial report for the last 5 years, and then every year thereafter. Beyond these immediate necessary measures, we need a greater vision for the future of our academy. All of us need to think about such a vision and contribute to it. That is why I propose to build a fruitful and trustworthy cooperation among the members of the Council. To develop, together with the entire Council, a digital space where all of us can offer our ideas about the academic life within our institution and its cooperation with other institutions across our discipline and neighboring fields. And to discuss ways for evaluating and modernizing the publications and the projects of the Academy. I very much hope you share my views and ideas, and hence elect me. I would be very happy. Thank you for your attention. And now I hand over to my colleagues Maria Conforti and Saito. Please, Maria, the floor is yours.
I'm Maria Conforti. I'm a historian of medicine working in Rome at Sapienza University. I'm running for vice president in the Academy. I wish to tell you very briefly what I'm envisaging for the future of our institution. Obviously, I do agree with Sonja Brentjes' program. First, goals. I'm going for communication efficiency and transparency in our venerable and respected institution. To this end, I wish to foster the use of new technologies that enable us to link scholars belonging to different geographies and interests, and that, if put to the right use, ensure a truly democratic exchange and decision processes, which we have lacked, unfortunately. Second, I do hope our common work will help the Academy to connect with current debates and issues in our field. We should seek inspiration from our founder, Aldo Miele, in order to reactivate our role of go-betweens between our fields, between different approaches to history and the history of science, between geographies and scholarly chronologies. Finally, if I may, I wish to add a few words on a more personal note. I have worked as the editor-in-chief of a journal, and now I'm directing a museum. Both are Italian institutions with a strong international bent. My experience is that working to keep together people and motivating them with clear goals is an exciting and rewarding task. This is why I'm asking for your vote, and this is why I wish the best for the Academy, which may be old, but is still very much alive. Thank you. And now I'm handing over to Ken.
Hello, I'm Ken Saito, historian of Greek mathematics, and I'm running as a candidate to Webmaster in this election. Our Academy is composed of members elected for life with a fixed maximum number of members. Thus, it is not easy to answer the question, what role can such an old-fashioned organization play in the 21st century in an age of new communication technologies? Since our Academy, unlike the Académie Royale de Sciences of the 18th century, does not pay its members, its aim is not the profit of its members. It should rather be an organization which would enable its members to contribute to the non-member historians of science and to the public. Then, what is important is participation of members and non-members, and transparency and fairness of its activity. Since the number of council members is limited, they cannot cover all fields of the whole researchers in the history of science. If the field of the council members were privileged in the activities of the Academy, then the Academy would lose the trust of the members and the public. Hence, the Council should ask the support and cooperation of all Academy members. Allow me to share my personal experience. I was editor-in-chief of a compact encyclopedia of history of science published in Japan last year, with 272 entries, 2 or 4 pages for each article. In selecting articles to be included there, I insisted that the emphasis should be on contemporary science and technology, although I am a historian of ancient mathematics myself. With the agreement of other editors, nuclear energy from Curie to Fukushima and life science, genetic engineering were given their own chapters. These 2 chapters alone account for 15% of the whole volume. The encyclopedia has just gone into its second printing, so I think I was right. As the Council is responsible for the entire history of science, it is extremely important that the researchers of all the fields be treated in a fair manner. This is what I will work for the most if I'm elected. To conclude, I say that I'm not competing with other candidates. Our common enemy, the most insidious enemy of any society, is indifference. So please do vote, contemplating the future of our Academy. Thank you for your attention.
Hello again. In our second part, my colleagues Antoni Malet and Francesca Rochberg present their visions for the future of the Academy and how they wish to contribute to the work of the Council and the entire institution. Go ahead, Tony, please.
Dear members of the Academy, I am Antoni Malet, a historian of early modern mathematical sciences and also of science during the long and cruel Francoist dictatorship in Spain. I have been professor of history of science in different institutions in Barcelona. I was president of the European Society for the History of Science between 2016 and 2018. Currently, I am co-editor-in-chief of the journal Historia Mathematica. I am running for vice president of the Academy because I wish to collaborate with a number of people willing to reinvigorate the Academy, to improve its institutes, and to make it grow as an instrument for international cooperation and for transdisciplinary cooperation. I do agree with and support Sonja Brentjes' program. We need a program of statutory reforms focused on transparency. I do believe improved transparency in the Council decisions would much contribute to strengthen the Academy. I believe the Academy must aim to a broadening and expansion of its activities. The new Council must also discuss ways to reinforce the Academy's journal. I support to see the Academy making full use of the new technologies to increase communication and cooperation between its fellows and to favor broader participation in its institutional life. The scholarly academies have a non-negligible role to play today, provided the basic values of openness, collegiality, and fair play are kept alive and kicking. For the past decades, our discipline has been essentially a success story, growing geographically, culturally, and intellectually. We need our Academy to keep pace, and I am willing to contribute to it. Many thanks for your attention, and thank you for your vote, I hope. I give the floor to Jessie.
Greetings to the members of the Academy, and thank you for watching our presentation. I am Francesca Rochberg, and it is with the utmost respect and confidence in our Academy that I run for Vice President number 3 in the Council. I am here to say a few things about why I am running and to ask you for your vote. As you know, all good traditions have the ability to adapt internally to external changes while sustaining the best aspects of their core values. Because our purview is science and knowledge in history, we have to acknowledge that the history of science as a field has undergone fundamental shifts, not only vis-a-vis Western and non-Western knowledge and science, but also in terms of what we consider the fundamental nature of science and scientific knowledge in history to be. I think you will agree these changes in the historiography of science, which I would consider external to the Academy itself, are the necessary result of the growth of the discipline, the pursuit of new themes, and a more diverse range of geographical areas and their cultures. For our collective body and its leadership to adapt to and represent these changes is an essential part of the health and growth of the Academy. As a scholar of ancient Babylonian science, especially the astral sciences and their legacy in the West, my research lies at the crossroads of the non-Western and Western traditions of astronomy. In view of this research focus, I see an expanded intellectual diversity of the Academy, as well as within its council, to be an important goal. In addition to the goal of intellectual diversity, my personal stakes in serving as Vice President number 3 of the Academy's Council are also to promote the highest scholarly and professional standards transparency and equity of all council decisions and activities, and the revitalization of our various Academy publications. I will work closely with my colleagues both to uphold the best of our traditional values while implementing change for greater democracy and accessibility through the modernization of the running of the Academy, making maximal use of available digital technologies in whatever way will benefit the Academy overall. I thank you for your attention and for your vote.
Thank you very much, Tony and Jessie, and thank you, Maria and Ken. Dear listeners, we are 5 different people from 5 different countries with 5 different disciplinary orientations. What unites us is our desire and our will to improve the Academy and to bring it fully into the 21st century. We very much hope that you all will support us. So please consider our messages, weigh them, and then decide to vote for us. Thank you very much. Goodbye.